Hey everyone, welcome back to the studio. Today I'm going to be recapping an interview in the Babysitters Club Season 1, Episode 7. It is called Boy Crazy Stacey. Let's go ahead and get into it. So pretty much, before I get into it, just want to say a couple quick announcements. First of all, I'm trying to reach a goal of hitting 200 subscribers by the end of 2020, so if you can please subscribe down below, I would really appreciate it. It would really help my channel grow more, and we are currently at 103 subscribers. It has gone down a teeny tiny bit, but I think that if you all contribute, it would really help. Also, I have a brand new YouTube channel. It is called Wimpy Studio Gang, where me and my friends do all kinds of sports videos, trampoline, and just fun stuff. And you should go check that out in the link below. There are some videos already uploaded. We've been doing it for a couple of days. So if you like those types of videos, go check those out. Okay, so I have a lot written here. Sorry if you can't really see the bottom, but there's a lot that happened in this episode, a lot packed into it. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So I really like this episode because it took place outside of Stony Brook. We got to see a new scenery and new people. In this episode, Mary Ann and Stacey went to the beach to babysit some young kids. I'll talk about that for a second before I get into the main plot. Um, I feel like, what I really like about the show is sometimes you have a main topic of the show, but you focus too much on other things that you fade away from the main topic. But here, they're still able to do it. Now, last episode was, not it didn't have a babysitting plot line, but I think they still did a really good job of doing it. It was just kind of like took a break. It doesn't have to be a babysitting plot line every episode, but I'm glad that they brought it back to the basics this episode. I also love seeing like the different types of kids' relationships finally, because I feel like we have not seen that. We've seen like I guess we've seen like I don't know. I really like seeing like the kids interact with each other, and especially because there's a lot of kids in this group. Happens to be, I think that it's really important to show the relationships between them, and they did because I didn't add this in here because it wasn't a big thing. But when the little kids had a crush on Stacey, Stacey was getting targeted at with so many boys, so it was really funny. Um, but I think that it was important to show the kids a little bit more in this episode. And we got to see Karen Brewer, which I'll talk about her later on, and why her character deserves more time in the story. But let's go ahead and get into like the main topic. So pretty much, Stacey meets a lifeguard who she immediately grows a crush on, and Mary Ann meets two boys. So Stacey Ann goes out of her way, and she even like leaves Mary Ann to go spend all this time with this boy, and Mary Ann is not. I'll talk about this a little bit later. Mary Ann is not too happy because she's not big. Well, I mean, she got covered with sand, okay, and then two boys helped her out. I think their names were Alex and Toby. So they helped her out, and she's all good again. But I think that introducing them kind of definitely. I was worried that like they were just going to be like kind of like side characters, but I feel like both of them were like contributed. Toby in like Stace's world, but I forgot to add this in here. Alex asked Mary Ann about her romantic life, and Mary Ann did say that Logan. In last episode, we got to see a little bit of anxiety around him. So I'm glad that Alex said like you gotta tell him, Mary Ann. So I feel like now we're gonna see the direction of her trying to tell him about her feelings, which I like. I think that's important. Mary Ann has a lot of anxiety, you can tell. So I feel like starting a relationship would be a good place to start. I know that she's in like some sort of show or like Dancing with Logan based on the trailer, so it'll be interesting to see where that goes. But I think I'm really interested to see where that goes. I think that Alex gave Mary Ann some much needed advice. So pretty much, Stacey and all of them, they go to like a burger place, and that guy doesn't show up until the very end. But it turns out that he already has a girlfriend. But Toby acts like he is Stacey's boyfriend, and that just makes things very awkward. But to be honest, I feel like you have to have these first crush experiences. Now, I'm hoping that they address like the whole Stacey and Chrissy's brother thing, because that was a little flirtation too. That even last episode existed on. Now she's like has three guys. No, well, not one of them. One of the lifeguard called her cutie a lot, and I think you can tell that like if you're gonna call someone cutie, they're not really into you. calling you, if you first meet someone, they call you cutie, they're really not into you. They're just doing that to be somewhat flirty, even though they really do not have any feelings for you. So, but Stacey wouldn't know that. She's experiencing, like, guy problems for the very first time. But eventually, like, so he has a girlfriend, and she's upset, but Stacey gets upset, yeah. And she does apologize to Marianne for being selfish because they were supposed to go bikini shopping. And to be honest, Stacey was kind of away for the whole trip. She was too focused on other problems, but now we get to see, like, the friendship, reunite, and I really like how they're still focusing on friendships in the series. They pretty much focused on a friendship each episode. The first one was, like, the main group friendships. The second one was, like, Claudia and Stacey. The third one was Stacey and the whole group. And the fourth one was Marianne and Dawn. And the fifth one was Dawn and Christy. And the sixth one was Claudia and Janine. Now, that's not a friendship, that's a sister, but still. And this episode focused on Stacey and Marianne. So I'm glad that they focused on, like, a different friendship each episode. So that's what I really like about it. So, and Stacey gets her first kiss by Toby, which will be interesting to see if he appears in future episodes. So, let's talk about the another subplot. So, pretty much, Watson introduces Christy to her new room, and she's not the most pleased, mainly because, like, she knows that Watson has something up his sleeve, which, by the end of the episode, I'm really not sure what he has up his sleeve, but it feels like he's finally starting to turn over a new leaf, so hopefully that's the case, because we want Christy to be happy with her new situation, because she's the main character, so... she also has to babysit Karen Brewer and uses wood steel on Watson's car, and this was very funny. But it does look like Watson and Christy are finally starting to get along, which is really good because I want to see a good relationship between them because Christy's the main character, so they got to explore that in a good way because if they don't, it wouldn't be the best thing. Finally, Dawn is trying to get Sharon and Richard back together. Pretty much, but they do eventually get back together at the end of the episode, and now it looks like we're going to get to see smooth sailing, and we're going to get to see more of Mary and Dawn's friendship grow, and to be honest, I'm really excited to see that. Anyways, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and talk about my episode awards for this episode. So my favorite moment is Stacey getting her first kiss. This title definitely focused on the episode as a whole. Boy, crazy Stacey, because the little boy liked her, which that wasn't, like, on Stacey's side, but of course it was still funny. And even at the end of the episode, she asks if he wants to sit by her, and he says he needs some space. So I feel like he kind of finally understood, but it was a kind of funny and sweet plotline. And then the lifeguard, which was kind of like it was almost like experiencing love for the first time, but it didn't work out, and that's why it's just kind of hard in those type of scenarios. But I feel like Stacey getting her first kiss with Toby was a very sweet moment, so I'm hoping that we get to see more of him so we can actually see a first relationship grow that might be something other than Marianne and Logan, because, like, we kind of already know that was happening based on the trailer, or that's something that might possibly happen between them. So I really don't know. But my most shocking moment is Watson's secret door. And to be honest, that was a funny scene. I was almost wondering, like, what if, like, Watson is actually hiding something and Christy doesn't know about it yet? What if he's going to do a complete 180 next episode? Because I do know that the next episode is going to be the wedding episode. I really don't know. My favorite characters are Stacey, Mary Ann, and Karen Brewer. And Karen, like Brewer, she has her own side story, which I think is very funny. Over is an A. This isn't my favorite episode. I think they focused a bit too much on boy problems. It was still an awesome episode, just not my favorite. Yeah, it just wasn't. To be honest, it was a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit stale, and I'm hoping that maybe they can do more with it in the future. I think that they can definitely redeem themselves, but it was just a little tiny bit over the top for me. But I still really, really liked it. My grades, I've been just kind of putting A pluses on all of them, and maybe, like, later on, maybe I'll do, like, a full season recap where I'll give my updated scores on them, because it's kind of hard to go back now because I've already recorded the episodes. I don't know. Anyways, I want to thank everyone for watching my studio. Please subscribe. I'll really appreciate it so we can hit the goal of 200 subscribers before the end of 2020. In the links below, we have my Instagram, we have my Patreon, we have my Twitch username, and we have the Wimpy Studio Gang. I will really appreciate if you subscribe to that because I really want that to be a success and just to be something fun because I want my channel to be focused on reviews only. I feel like that's what the Wimpy Studio is known for. Anyways, again, I want to thank everyone for watching the studio. Like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. Again, thanks everyone for watching, and bye.